I'm tired and I'm in my pajamas. If you can hear explosions and stuff in the background, it's because my husband is asleep on the couch when he fell asleep watching Sherlock Holmes, the TV show, like the one on Netflix. So if you hear voices and explosions, that's what it is. Okay. Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing the first of my life videos. I told you guys I'm going to be doing life and encouragement videos. So this is the first video in the life series. It's kind of like a sort of advice about life one. Sometimes I'm going to do like silly things in my life, like I might take you to declutter my closet or do take you on a vlog, stuff like that. Like things I employ in life and things I do in life and things that might help you in life. So today's video is going to be 5 tips for your everyday life. These are just tips that can help you in different ways. I find that they really help me when I choose to employ them. Granted, life gets crazy and sometimes you have to remind yourself and sometimes you have to come back to these things and sometimes it gets away from you. I'm sick right now. Well, I'm getting better. I'm like on the tail end of the sickness, so I do sound a little bit rough in the vocal department, so I apologize. Please bear with me. And nonetheless, let's just begin. So my first suggestion is drink your coffee or tea while watching a short video. And if you're a YouTube fanatic, you can get it done now. So sometimes I sit down, my cup of coffee, and I watch an Ally Glines makeup tutorial. Sometimes I sit down and I watch Casting Lights, review a product. My brain does not turn on right when I get up. Like I can get up and my body's moving, but my brain ain't moving. So while I watch something somewhat mindless to bring me back to reality. Number 2 is plan and do some self-care. So yeah, you need to wash your face and all that stuff, like do your personal self-care, but I'm talking about mental self-care. So you finish watching your video and you've got your coffee in and it's time to get to the next step. Now where you are in life will determine this part kind of, because if you're just waking up to barely make it to high school, you might do this a little differently than I do before work, before I do my own business. It really depends kind of on your life circumstance and what you do every day. The first thing I would say to do is to stop and do a little dreaming. So that sounds funny, but it's actually proven to help inspire you a little bit for the rest of the day. So maybe you bring out Pinterest, maybe you do you write down goals for your life, where you're thankful and you dream about where you want to go with your life. And you can do simple, it doesn't have to be very long, it can be 10 minutes and under. It can be 5 minutes for crying out loud. Like you just do a little bit of dreaming to keep like putting you back in track for your life. Number 2 is to read, and I would suggest something positive. If you read like a novel or a book just to kind of take the stress off your mind or relax you, you could read I don't want to say self-help necessarily, like a book that is something that furthers you, your productivity, your life, your knowledge, like a book that helps you in your life. So maybe it is a self-help book, but you could read a self-help book. For me personally, sometimes I read a devotional book. I read a book that has to do with something in my life that I'm dealing with right now. That's me personally. And you just take a time to check out and read. For me, this is really hard to remind myself to do because I'm such a let's go, let's get it done person. And so sometimes I find it really hard to stop and read, but it is really good to stop and just relax and read a book. It's so much better for you. And the things that you can learn in that time period, you can increase your vocabulary, you increase your knowledge. I mean, if you just take a time to read something that's gonna further your mind, it really is gonna help you. And even if you're just reading a novel. Number 3, some people choose to meditate or kind of just take a moment to reflect. I personally would pray. I'm thinking about what I'm struggling with and I'm thinking about where I need to get to, what I want to do with my life, how do I make it to the next thing, and you kind of release and dump your problems in this reflection time. So you could make out a list and you could just basically vent the things that are bugging you. And then after you dump all of your issues, you be thankful, because the best cure for discontentment, for uncontentment, I think it's discontentment. The best cure for not being content is to be thankful. So you sit down and now you're thankful for what you have. You think of all the things you have. I mean, like me right now. Got plenty of issues, but I have a house, I got plenty of stuff, I got all the material things that I could possibly need. I have so much going for me. I have a man who loves me, I have a family who loves me. I mean, I have so many things going for me, even when horrible things are attacking me and making my life rough. There are people that have no food. There are people that live in sex slavery. I mean, there are horrible things that I could be going through and I am not. And so you have to be thankful for the little things. Be thankful for the ice cream you got the other night. Because guess what? Someone else doesn't get food, period. I mean, it is really helpful to be observant of the first world issues that we find so strenuous. I mean, this like first world problems. Oh my gosh, my cell phone battery dies all the time. Yeah, that's frustrating in an everyday life where you have to be talking to people for your business all the time and you have to go, and your cell phone battery won't last and you're charging it all the time. But guess what? You have a cell phone. You have a job. Take the issues you see and find how they're a blessing at the same time. And it is hard sometimes. I'm not saying it's just easy. Sometimes to employ the gratitude is not easy either. I'm talking with my hands because I'm nervous talking to a stand with a camera on it and nobody there. Okay, then the last thing I would do is to plan and reflect. So I've reflected on things that are bearing me down, the things that I'm ready to go with, the thankfulness I have now, and I'm going to say this is the things that I have to move forward for. And so now I'm going to plan and I'm going to make the day productive. I'm going to make a list of the things I need to do. My biggest issue is I usually overplan. So I am now trying to teach myself to plan the things I know I can do. Like I need to say, okay, Casey, you can do this many things in a day. You can't do the whole dang world in a day. So make realistic goals so you can accomplish them. That doesn't mean like underachieve. It just means make a realistic goal of what you actually think you can get done. And you do want to push yourself, otherwise you'll never get anywhere. Okay, so after I've done, I dream, read, pray/meditate, and reflect and plan, you can move on to working out. I haven't been able to do this very often lately because that my life has been so crazy. Different things have come into effect that have just really worn me down, and I haven't been as good as I used to be because I'm a person that when I work out, I get addicted to it. I become obsessed. And so I've been through so much lately that I have not been able to stay obsessed. So I am trying to get back into the swing of things. But I will say, if you can motivate yourself to take that time in the day to do something physical and work out, you don't necessarily have to do some crazy insanity workout. You could go for a walk if that's more your style. But if I get up and I run and I wash my hair and I go to the rest of my day, I have more energy, I feel better about myself, I feel accomplished, and I look better, so much better. Because the longer you sit in the morning, the more draggy I feel. If I watch 2 YouTube videos and I've forgotten about my coffee because I'm playing on my phone, I feel more tired, I feel less energized, and I'm less likely to get up and at it. So if I say I'm watching one video, I'm making sure I drink my coffee, I'm gonna go work out, and I'm gonna do my planning, then I'm way more apt to get things done. Instead of sitting there and getting distracted, and then I feel more lethargic and heavy and ugh. Take time to work out your body because your health is incredibly important, and your lifespan will be longer if you so desire, if you do choose to work out and help your body. So I would strongly suggest doing some kind of physical activity at least 3 times a week. The 4th tip for your everyday life that I have is to get a cup that you enjoy to make sure you are reminding yourself to stay hydrated. So the reason I say this is because I'm a person that will never drink water if I'm not reminded to do it. Like I'll drink my coffee and I'll go for another cup of coffee. But I'll never drink water if I don't have something to remind me. So I've found that my weird quirk is that I have to have a straw to remind myself to drink. I don't know why, it's weird, I know, but it's true. So I have different cups of straws. This is my Samson cup from the Sight and Sound Theater in Branson, Missouri. My mama gave me this, and this is what I was using quite often. I still use this. This is the one that stays by my bed so I can drink at night and drink in the morning. Right now it has iced tea in it. Good stuff. Thanks to my husband for making that. But this is what I really found has helped me, is that I asked my husband for a specific cup that I really, really liked to remind myself to drink. And so for my birthday, he got me this specific cup. This is my cup. Isn't it beautiful? It is a Starbucks cup. It's like a stainless steel cup with plastic screw-on lid and a big long straw. And right now it is filled with LaCroix. There I go, leaving my lipstick marks. I love this cup because when I have this, I'm like, oh, my cup is so pretty. I'm gonna take it everywhere with me. Not really like that, but I'm drawn to the cup. I like how it looks. I can put it in a picture and I'm like, oh my gosh, my cup looks good too. It's all about the aesthetic, man. Kind of. When you're in this kind of business, it is. But, so I like this. It's tall. I like that I can put a lot in it instead of just a little. Like in these cups, I feel like I'm drinking them in 10 seconds and it's gone. But when I have this, I can keep sipping all day long and then I refill it because it's simple. It's nice and easy to keep my cold beverage all day long. And when I put water in it, I don't know why, I drink more water if I have a cup that I like with a straw. Just saying, try it. The last tip is to do some kind of muscle exercise every day. Now, this is gonna sound funny, but you don't necessarily have to go get beefy at the gym to get muscle tone. You do have to be aware of cardio and how much you're eating. You have to be a certain amount of lean to actually show muscle. So if you have tone under adipose tissue or fat, you won't always see it, but the muscle will be there. Sometimes it even makes you look thicker, which is my issue, is if I'm not super lean, sometimes I look thicker because I have so much muscle underneath. But needless to say, that's a whole nother rant. To have a natural tone, because I know there's a lot of girls out there that are like, I don't want to get beefy, but I do want to have a little bit of muscle tone. What you have to do is just super simple things. You could get a small set of weights, or you can do it without weights, and you just do something really simple like 10 reps a day. So you could do take some weights and do 10 of these a day. Bring them from your hips up, and you could do 10 of these a day. This is gonna get your chest muscles. So this area will look a little better, if you know what I'm saying. And then you do these ones, and you can do these ones, and you can just do 10 of them. You can even do them without weights. If you really, really don't want to bulk up, or you're at the very bottom of the muscle train, you could just do 10 of these every day. And then you could do 10 bakmas, where you just move each leg backwards 10 times, each leg forward 10 times. You could do squats while you brush your teeth. You just find a way to employ super simple muscle movement every day, because that is naturally going to get you more tone because you're doing it a repetitive motion. Granted, if you do this forever and you never make it stronger, it's the definition of insanity, doing the same thing forever and expecting different results. You will have to kind of increase what you're doing at some point. If you do those movements every day, you pick a muscle group to do every day, you will begin to see more tone there. When I remember to do squats while I brush my teeth, and I do it every day, then I will naturally see my quads, my hamstrings, and my buttocks look more toned. It's just how it works. But if I'm not ever doing those movements, I notice a difference because I see less muscle. It looks more relaxed. Your muscles don't stand out throughout the day, making you look less fit. It's up to you, but if you do those things to make your muscles look toned, you will naturally increase the look of your fitness level. Granted, if you have a lot of adipose tissue or fat on top of it, you will still look more toned, but you can increase your muscle to make you look thicker. So you do want to still do those movements, but you do need to up your cardio so you can see the muscle too. It's a whole long spiel. Anyways, let's wrap this thing up. You do not have to employ all of these things in your life. These are just things that I find helpful to my life. So they may be helpful to you. It kind of just depends on your life. So this is my first life video. Comment and tell me what you thought. Try to be not too mean, if you know what I'm saying. Alright, I love you guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it was somewhat helpful. Maybe not. Who knows? I hope it was. I love you guys. Make sure to keep coming back. Hit that subscribe button and hit the thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. And if you hit the notification bell, that will actually help you, because if you don't hit the notification bell, it won't tell you when I upload. If you do, it'll tell you when I upload, and then you'll make sure not to miss out on any new content. All right, I love you guys. I'm sorry I'm rambling on. Have an awesome day. Bye, guys. BTW. The shirt is from my store. Can you see it? It says, wake up and make up. Can you guys see it? I'm trying to make it flat so you can see it. Wake up and make up. It's super soft. And the sleeves are long on my short body. But they have like, right here, it goes from blousey to like more form-fitting and lined. And then this is really blousey and loose. See? I'm like swimming. It's so soft. I love it. Go check out my store, guys. I love you. I don't know what I'm saying. I am such an idiot on this. This is my first video. Not water, actually. It was filled with water. Go back on.